Hello and welcome to the Eileen Silverman Show. I'm your host Eileen, and on this week's program, our guests discuss Dance Alive National Ballet and reveal their new season performances and special events, and discuss the programs that continue to bring dance to a wide audience. And one ballerina shares her special stories. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us for our program featuring Dance Alive National Ballet. I'm delighted to introduce my guests, Judy Skinner, Director of Grants and Arts Education and Choreographer-in-Residence, and Linda Rocha, Director of Marketing. And Judy and Linda.
Thank you, Eileen.
Thank you. It's wonderful to have you here. And you know that I applaud Dance Alive National Ballet and all you have done these 54 years. Congratulations. That's a huge achievement.
It seems it's been a long time. It's amazing that, you know, as a non-profit professional ballet company, we continue to exist and create wonderful work for our community.
Indeed, we are fortunate you're based here in Gainesville, but you tour and travel all over beyond the United States borders, and you're an international company of dancers, and really extraordinary. And I know it's hard to put 54 years in a little brief history, but kind of take us back for a minute. Say 1996, or your mother, Mary Ellen Pofall, and how did this all begin?
Well, my father,
1966.
my father was moved here. And mother, being one of those strong women, was looking, you know, what she was a dance teacher, as well as an English teacher and a history teacher. And she was brought in, and the University of Florida wanted her to teach, which she did, but she wanted classes for her children. So the first classes were at the old American Legion Hall, which is now the Matheson Center. Right. And she became very frustrated because dancers were having to leave. They didn't have a place to perform, really. And at that point in time, she decided, okay, we're going to start a ballet company. And they held open auditions. And then she was upset because people were leaving and they should be paid. So she decided she was going to start a professional company. And then she decided it needed to be bigger and the name needed to be changed, so therefore it was. She was a very strong character. So the company, she in essence was the founder. Kim and I are her daughters, and we have kind of continued. It's changed. We have certainly expanded our
yes.
reach. I mean, when we got back in October from Cuba, and it was a wonderful experience. We showcased 5 of our works, were incredibly well received, and were asked, they want us to come back for the next festival, which will be not this year but the following one. So it's been an exciting time.
It's a journey.
Oh,
I mean, you've carried this legacy on, you and Kim.
Absolutely.
Who's artistic director, and but it's just your circle has widened, but you stayed true to your mission. to bring dance to a wide audience.
Absolutely. Professional dance, high artistic level, educational programming, and outreach. And we continue to do that. That is our mission, and we have stayed with that. We haven't changed that.
Right.
As you said,
It's your
we've
core.
expanded. It is. It's what makes us who we are.
Yes, and we all appreciate that. And you have a very special event to sort of start off the year. Meet the dancers.
Meet the
Tell us, Linda.
Dancers is September 27th at the Cade Museum, 6:30 p.m. It's sort of a little beginning taste of the season. The first time people get to see our new dancers,
Right.
which Judy will tell us about. We have some new dancers coming in. They get the venue. The Cade Museum is just exciting all by itself.
Yes,
And then you
but-
have our dancers on top of that. And
Then we have good food.
good food, Sweetwater Branch Inn Catering. They do an amazing job, and Dan Hathcott with Unforgettable Events
Such
makes
a
the
good friend.
decor. He just creates a theme that just everybody has always been in love with at the Cade. And we just put on a little show. We give everybody a taste of the new season. We have this amazing auction, silent auction. Last year we auctioned off tickets to Hamilton
Oh, yes.
with the hotel stay, Churchill Downs. They had a race named after them and got to go in the winner's circle. So it's a pretty exciting auction. The whole event is exciting.
It is.
Yes.
I attended, and I'm
Yes.
looking forward to it again.
We can't wait to see you again there.
and we're going to take just a quick break. But stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about Dance Alive National Ballet with Judy Skinner and Linda Rocha. And I'm getting all excited. Let the season begin. Let October come.
Yes,
Judy,
absolutely.
what will be the first performance?
The first show is Anna Karenina, and yes, it is based on Tolstoy's novel. And no, Kim is not going to cover all 800 pages in it.
Well, now I won't have to read it now. Thank
I
goodness.
asked
Thank
her,
you.
I said, Kim, why? You know, and Kim has this incredible facility for doing narrative ballets. I don't think there's anybody else that is good as she is. There's several critics that have reviewed her that way. This is on her bucket list. This is the one, she said, as she's 71 and I'm 75, as we kind of start into something else, this is the one that she really wanted to do. It is love, it is intrigue, it's mystery, it's infidelity, it's
dynamics.
family dynamics, the good, the bad, the not so good. It talks about, strong women.
Yes.
Did they have to marry who they were told to? Should they be educated? There are all of these kinds of things that came up, and what Kim said is this is about this particular person in this moment of time. And you know, as a choreographer, you choose what you want to show and what you're excited about. And Mihai is going to be doing sets. It is multimedia. Mihai, who
wonderful.
does the scenic design at the university, is going to be doing that. And Houston Wells is going to be doing the projections. So, you know, no, we won't have a real train, but
We will feel like, because trains were
You've
very
got it.
significant in,
So
in the
it's
storyline.
she has the right people. I mean, for
Oh,
Kim,
tell
it's
us
about
it-
the characters.
Yes,
We
share
have
that with us.
we have Julia Ponomareva will be doing
Beautiful.
the lead role. She's this gorgeous Russian, and her husband Alexei is going to play her husband lover. So.
Just like at home.
we have the perfect couple there, and I think you'd asked me about the music.
Yes, I
and the
did.
music she's using. Kim is a musician, so that's important to her. So she's using Rachmaninoff, but she's also using Tchaikovsky, but not the Tchaikovsky we know. It's Boris Tchaikovsky.
Oh,
And the
okay.
music is
I'm glad you're
absolutely
explaining.
amazing. I know. I didn't. You know, she said you're not going to believe it, but this is Boris Tchaikovsky, and she's using also Russian chorus music. So there's a Russian chorus that she's going to have in there. So it's going to be
It's full.
exciting.
It's
It is
exciting.
full and
Yes,
exciting,
yes.
and it is about, you know, one of the strongest women at that time. So.
Yes, and this is a year we're recognizing and celebrating strong women up to March 2020,
Right,
with
right.
events
Yep,
at UF
yep.
and Women's History Month. So you're leading the way, and Linda, you're going to set the stage to put us in the feeling of
And-
Russia. We're going to St. Petersburg.
We're going to St. Petersburg through the Falco Foyer. By way of that way, we're going to have Cafe Russe, which is a pre-show dinner. At 6 p.m. on October 25th, the second night of the performance. We're turning the Falco Foyer into a Russian tea room, courtesy of Sweetwater Branch and Catering and Unforgettable Events with Dan Hathcock, I'm sorry. And it's going to be an experience.
Oh,
it'll be a lot of fun,
yes.
and we're going to have a fun little event during the performance.
I've heard rumors.
Yes, it's
And
going.
it's a work in progress.
It's a
still.
work in
This is-
progress, but you're going to have to do something to get a shot of vodka.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
You're gonna have to earn it, and so we're working on that now. So it's gonna be exciting. It's the year, like you said, the year of the strong woman. We're going to have a campaign ahead of time. We're going to ask people to send us their stories of their strong women in their
and
lives.
significant mentors. Well, then, Mary, we start with your mom, Mary Ellen Pofall.
Absolutely.
Who had a vision, and you and Kim, you have been
Somewhat
leaders. Yes, you're
Driven visionaries.
Yes, visionaries. But you bring so much and to this community, and I look forward to it. So we know it's coming up October.
24th and 25th.
Okay, at the Phillips Center for the
And then we're
Performing
going to do
Arts.
that lovely little thing at Okamic for.
Oh yes,
It's part of
Yes.
retirement and
Yes,
seniors.
learning
and
in retirement.
Living in retirement.
Yes,
Lifelong.
yes, lifelong learning. In
Right,
retirement.
we're working with the university and Okamic on that, so we will be doing
Oh,
a special
that
program
will
there.
be- yes, that will be much appreciated.
Fun.
It's all, yes, we're looking forward to it. And stay with us, there's more to come. We're talking about Dance Alive National Ballet, and I'm pleased to introduce principal dancer Karla Amancio and to welcome back Judy Skinner. And Karla, Sugar Plum, it is wonderful to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
Well, I love seeing you perform. 12 years you've told me you've been dancing the Sugar Plum, and you have delighted everyone in the audience in that
thank you so
role
much.
and so many others. And it's just wonderful to have you come in full tutu and point shoes and crown. Actually, just as you looked when you visited Shands Hospital, the pediatric ward with Jesse Dominguez, and you were there making all the little boys and girls feel better and showing them how to color in what a real ballerina looks like. And there was one standing in front of them. It's a wonderful thing that you're doing, part of your outreach, Judy.
It is indeed. I mean, we do a lot of touring of Nutcracker. I just told Karla she's spending Thanksgiving in North Carolina. But with the touring, we also do school shows.
Right.
And that's kind of critical to our mission and what we do. And I have to say, Karla is an absolute joy. She is there for the kids. She is happy to when you go in there, these people are bringing you in. Right. And she's happy to make announcements and invite people to come see us, and that's what your sponsors are wanting.
Of course.
She is the one that's here tonight.
I know, and I appreciate that. I truly do. And so, wait, how many years have you been doing the Nutcracker?
When we started back in '66. That's one of the things that was the aim. We will do things. So we did variations from Act 2. That was it, and it finally grew. And our first real Nutcrackers were in Constance Theater.
Oh boy, that
I know.
And now Phillips Center for the Performing Arts coming up in December.
Yeah.
Matinees, evening performance.
We're going to be doing Saturday and Sunday matinees, and then a Saturday evening. In actuality, we start the 18th with The Magic of Nutcracker.
Yes, and that is magic. And that is something new. And explain that. It was extraordinary last year, thanks to Ward Scott and his sponsorship, who made that possible.
We brought in children from St. Augustine School of the Deaf and Blind, and it was an absolutely
amazing
experience.
Yeah.
You could talk about that.
It was an amazing experience. Like, I think they went there to see us. And at the end was, for me, as a dancer, was like such beautiful experience in my life, an emotion for me.
To have them be able to feel the dance.
They were my gift.
Oh, how beautifully said, Karla. Yes.
Was
I understand.
amazing.
And you'll have another gift this year. Linda is working and asking if there are people in our viewing audience that know of a group, that a sponsor, people that special needs
children.
We've talked about autism, other opportunities, so that gift comes back to you, Karla, and all the dancers, and certainly to those young people. It's part, again, of your mission, your core.
I think the Phillips Center was amazed when we said how many people. They just said, we can't do that many people. And we said, you have to. Yes, you did. And they were wonderful at making it happen and keeping everybody safe, because all of them are on stage. They're not in the audience. They're up on the stage.
They're right there.
So they can feel.
They are there with us. They can feel the floor. They can feel us. And we can feel them. And this was so amazing for me.
Oh.
And I'm sure it was for them too.
Right.
But for me as a dancer, was like a very big moment in my career.
It just warms all of us and touches our heart, because it's true, but it's bringing such joy to people that didn't get to experience this before. And we love dance. All of us here, we're celebrating it right now here on our show, but that is truly celebration for everyone. I thank you. And we have much more to talk about, but we'll take a quick break and be right back. We're back talking with Dance Alive National Ballet. And before we turn the corner to 2020, let's talk about Ladybug, Karla's role. Tell us.
Ladybug is based on a book that Kim Tuttle wrote. She wanted to do some action hero and couldn't get the rights to whatever, so she decided to write her own story.
I love this.
And create a ballet. And
Beautiful.
we have been doing Ladybug, oh Lord, a long time. We've done it here in town. We've done it in Ocala. The Broward Center has brought us in. Actually, it's a school board of Broward County that has
right.
brought us in to do Ladybug. I think we're going in our 15th year now.
Ah.
And we will go down there and do anywhere from 4 to 6 to 8 performances.
That's strenuous.
Karla is our Ladybug. And at 9 o'clock in the morning, even if
out
she's
there?
sick, she is out there performing, and then there's a half-hour break, and then we do it again.
A whole other group
A
comes
whole
in.
other group of
Yes.
children. So she is just an incredible Ladybug. It is fun to
Thank
watch her
you,
every
Judy.
single performance.
Talk
Now,
about a strong woman.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Judy, for your words. But Ladybug's very special show for me because, like Judy said, even you're sick, even if you are sad, our audience is most of them are kids, and they really have fun. They are there and they laugh, they respond for everything that you do. And Judy's there telling the story. So it's so good to have their feedback. You know,
their
sometimes
eyes,
they
the
make
smile.
me cry while I'm dancing because they start saying, "Save Ladybug, Ladybug, Ladybug." And this is
call
so
out.
amazing, you know, to feel this emotion, you know. And also I cry when they are sad because they start crying, right?
So they're so
Judy?
much a part
I
of
know,
it.
I know.
How
It's
beautiful.
they are there.
Once
They are
again,
there
they're
dancing
in the
in
story.
the store
Oh,
with
you've
us.
created
It's
something
amazing.
that's timeless. It's
It
wonderful.
is. It's one of those stories that works for all ages. It's really good. But
Okay, and now, we think about special times. Valentine's Day,
Valentine's
February
Day.
14th, 2020.
we are doing a
coming?
ballet called Loveland.
Perfect.
And before that, there will be a dinner with all of the usual suspects, so you know it'll be great food.
Yes.
And then you can come and join us on stage not on stage, but join us for the ballet.
Right, sit in the
Kim
audience.
Tuttle is doing some choreography for it. I will be doing choreography for it. I think Annie Collier is doing choreography.
Good group.
And then Brian Chung, who is our new resident choreographer, will be
Exactly.
doing a piece with Moonlight Sonata and Claire de Lune talking about two different kind of push-pull loves. So we're excited about that one.
Yes.
And then we do Athletes of the God.
Yes, another incredible opportunity.
Well,
and with Brian again.
absolutely. I was talking to somebody and they said, well, dancers are really athletes. And he said they are
This proves
athletes
it,
of
yes.
the gods. And he had gotten together with Kim. I need to tell you that, Kim and I we're fading. and for the dancers in the audience, they've seen our choreography, and
always
the audience
search for the
needs needs something to stimulate
The challenge.
them, and the dancers need that challenge too.
It's
Right.
different.
And he has, it's a strong ballet base, but he's had so much work with lines ballet and complexion ballet, so he's taking that and going different directions.
Right.
And so we're really excited to have him, and the Athletes of the God, that whole evening is going to be his work, which we're excited about. And I have to say, Karla can talk about working with him because he's worked with her. The piece that he did for our
Right.
the tango that we did in last year.
Yes, exceptional. That was his. And,
Not just
yeah.
my piece, all the work that he did with the company last season for me was amazing. Working with Brian was very challenging for me as a professional because I'm not used to it with his style.
So you had to really push
So,
yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this was amazing for me.
But
and
satisfying.
I'm very thankful for having him again
Yeah.
with us this year
Yes.
It's amazing. He's
And that takes us, when you say thankful, to the National Endowment for the Arts, the respect they have for
Oh,
Dance
yes.
Alive National Ballet.
I received notice, and I had originally written the proposal for something else, and we couldn't do it. And I said, I hate to decline this. And she said, I don't want you to. Are you doing something else? And I said, well, we're working with Dot. And she said, that's perfect. And I talked to Kim, and she said, that puts the human in humanity. And that was like
perfect.
It was perfect. I mean, to be able to bring him in for the company, to give that additional
Experience.
depth, to what we do, was really exciting. And
And
it is expensive, doing
but
it
at the end, it's very worth it.
Yep.
yes,
To have
yes.
him
And-
with us.
And we call on the community coming up. I know we're about out of time. Coming up February 29th, another Dancing with the Stars gala. I still
Absolutely.
cherish my time doing that. My
You did great.
my memory. Thank you, Karla. It meant so much. And another one's going to be rolling around.
Yep.
And more signs of respect. UF, United Way, payroll
People can
deduction
yep,
opportunity.
they can give through UF, the United Way. It's great, or just give
Right.
us a call or go online.
Right, and I look forward to this new season, 2019 to 2020 coming up. The wonderful dance. Thank you, Judy and Linda, Karla.
Thank you for inviting
And,
me. It's
oh,
an
my
honor
pleasure.
to be here today.
Well, thank you, and all the dancers that bring such joy to our life. We cherish you, and we look forward to being in the audience and applauding.
Thank you.
And I hope I will see you in the audience. I'm so glad you tuned in, and I hope you'll join us next week. Take care.